Pros: 2 Super Bowl appearances,
Certainly.
some NFC championships. I don't know how many, 3.
Some
2.
really good assistant coaches.
Some
Bobby
good
Turner.
coaches. Yeah. He seemed to have a really good system in the beginning. It was super hot and just a good offense.
Mhm.
And
He's brought some good players here.
He's brought really good players here. Brought McCaffrey, brought Debo, brought
Kittle,
Ayuk, Bosa, Trent. He turned the team around after, I think, like 2 or 3 really bad seasons after Auburn left.
Mhm.
And yeah, he's probably made the Yorks a lot of money, into a bunch of playoff runs. And he's got a really good coaching tree where a lot of those coordinators and stuff, they just go and be head coaches elsewhere. His players seem to really like him and like playing for him. And he is a pretty good play caller and a good play designer for the most part. Cons: 2 Super Bowl losses, place favoritism with players, mismanagement of draft picks, mismanagement of contracts.
He's horrendous in close games.
Choker.
He's one of the worst coaches ever in close games, statistically.
Yeah, statistically, he's one of the worst closers. Choker in big games. It's evident in this
He will mismanage the clock. He'll call a pass when he's supposed to run. The whole idea of him like bleeding out the clock for a win, he cannot do it.
He can't do it. He can't manage the clock. Why? Because he's focused on his play sheet. He's focused on his play calling. He's not a good head coach. He's a good offensive coordinator. And, you can use that word good loosely.
Although what's crazy about him is he failed as an offensive coordinator in the same exact way.
Same exact way.
Yeah.
We'll throw in another con as a good measure. He's rude to you.
Only when I ask him like challenging questions. When I ask him like a nice question, he's so appreciative and gives me he can be agreeable. He just doesn't like being questioned, I guess.
Which I don't get. That's a really, just as on a human being level, like, have some humility, have some humbleness. Like, why are you trying to throw on the boxing gloves against Grant? It's just a question. Ask it, don't answer it, or just say something. Say anything but like, did I know?
But then, like, when he loses to the Seahawks, I think it almost makes Niner fans even more mad. Like, dude, why were you wasting a minute of your time with Grant on Friday? You just lost to Seattle. We all expected you to win this game.
Yeah,
like, what were you doing? 17 points and you're doing this stuff? Like, if you score 30, dunk on Grant in the process, but not if you're doing this.
Not if you're doing this. Another con: mismanagement of playing time.
Right.
Why is Jordan Mason not out there? Why was Juwan Jennings not getting more touches? Why was Brock?
Why do the fans know who the best players in the team are, but he doesn't?
Yeah, I don't get that. And why was Brock Purdy buried on the depth chart? He only got to play because Trey and Jimmy got hurt.
How come it took 5 years for the Niners to realize just how good Juwan Jennings is?
That's a great question. Another con.
How come they couldn't figure that out before they gave Brandon Ayuk $1 bajillion a season?
$30 million contract, and I love Ayuk. He's one of my favorite players on the team.
But there's a salary cap, and it's business.
I would not give him $30 million. He would have been $22 million. He was wide receiver too. So mismanagement of contracts, giving bad contracts out to older players or to players who are not worth that much money. Here's another con: just bad quarterback evaluator. Just not good on the quarterback level. Not giving them control, not playing the right ones, passing on Mahomes, passing on Brady. So the question I ask you and other Niner fans is, look at the pros, look at the cons. Are the pros worth the cons? Is it time for a change? People have gotten fired for less.
And it's like, yeah, he has a lot of pros. He has a lot of cons. This is year 8. How many more years is it going to take for him to change? Because he's not that young. He's been in the league a very long time. And I would argue he was the same exact person in Washington.